fog lights. What this thing is about? Oh, that's the instrument cluster light. You can dim that, and the you know, the whatever, the light height adjustment. So if we start the car, I just want to show you a couple of things here. There is a button here that you can check if there's any errors on the car. Well, currently there's none. I don't know if that's any good indication or not, but you know, there's nothing major there. And what else is there? Right, if you look at the wipers, the really nice feature, especially in Ireland, is automatic wiper adjustment. So you basically press this button, and there's a little sensor here that actually knows if there's any rain on the windscreen. So when the rain starts coming down, it will just adjust the speed of the blades to you know, to increase your comfort. I think it's really cool feature. On the steering wheel, you have a buttons for God knows what that is for. A phone. You can select these two buttons to do different things. Whatever. There's a couple of options that you can decide, and with these two arrows, you can change the radio station or CD track or things like that. And these two are for the volume control. These two buttons, they don't work. This vehicle does not have a telephone support, and I don't know, is this like a speech recognition or something? This car just doesn't have that option. Yeah, what else is there? Oh, there's a cruise control knob. Very nice feature, but to be realistic, you're only gonna use it if you're going to Dublin on the motorway. You know, I don't really use that guy at all. So here we have this big screen, but you know, there's the standard iDrive knob. You can, you know, but to be honest with you, I never really use it. This car does not have a navigation built in, and you know, I use my phone to do all of that stuff. So it's there as things like radio, CD, and I usually use my phone to play the music from the internet radio or something like that. Now the air conditioning, yeah, I actually replaced the compressor a year ago, and the whole system was regassed. It's really nice, and just turn off the radio. Just gonna turn it down a little bit. This is automatic air conditioning, so you just set your temperature, you set it to auto. That's all you need to know about it. All the other settings, if you want to do it manually, it's there for you. The car has a parking sensor, both rear and front, and this is really good. I'll try to demonstrate it on the nearest wall. So, like, basically when you're approaching the wall, it just very cool in the city, and it's easy to use. I like it a lot. So okay, let's put it back just so that the sun doesn't cover all my view. Okay, right, so let's turn that off. There's a button for traction control. You can't actually turn it off completely, it's always there. So like, if you're looking to do any drifting on any other craziness, that's not a car for you. Right, this guy, that came with the car, and I think the English sales rep had it for his phone. I don't know if it works or not. I never use it. It kind of looks like for the stuff for the old Nokia or something. I should probably just throw it out, but I was never bothered. nice feature here is you know, the cup holders, and that's actually very handy. Now I left it as the last thing is the automatic gearbox. When I was buying the car, I wasn't really convinced that I want it, but after first week, you know, you try it, believe me, you're not gonna go back to a manual. This is so smooth, and this is so, you know, it's changing the gears quick, and you know, like you can still do your manual changeovers, but reality is you just stick it to the drive, and that's it. You know, you have drive and reverse, and that's the only two positions you will use it. The P button is for park, so like we are now, you know, the car won't roll back. So like I just press the, you know, the brake pedal, press this little button, put it to D, and off you go, right? And we're going. So I don't have my seat belts on now, so it should start complaining about it pretty soon. But you, on this thing, you have the thing called sport mode. So you put that lever here, and the car is a little bit more responsive to the gas pedal, so it will make the shifts a little bit later. But again, I don't really use it. It's only D, and okay. This is complaining now about my seat belt, so I'm gonna just put the seat belts on. Okay, and you can see it's in a DS mode, which is the sport, and in that mode you can start, you know, using the Tiptronic. So we're in M2 now, or second gear. It doesn't allow me to do the third gear. I'm going too slow. Let me try to. Oh yeah, there you go. It's the third gear and second gear, and so on. Now I have to. Okay, there's some cycling guy here, so on the way. Let me pull to the car park again. The car ride's very smooth. There's suspension is actually very good. As the mileage is actually 269, is it 270,000? So it's a lot of mileage. I bought it when it was 200,000. So in 2011. So the majority of it was done in the UK, and I put probably about 65,000 here in Ireland in the last 3 years, and I did not change anything in the suspension, but I feel it's still very good, and I don't think you would need you would need any investments there anytime soon. What else I could say? Right, I'll see what that kilometers are in miles, and I believe there's some setting you can do it. So settings, language and units. Let's try consumption, distance, miles. Yeah, so that changed it, so it's 167,000 miles. Okay, I prefer my kilometers, so I put it back. Now the fuel consumption after the gearbox, which I think it's fantastic. I had to pay like 1,200 euros more for VRT just for that extra. You know, the fuel consumption is really good on this car. Now it's showing 6.2 liters per 100 kilometers, and in miles per gallon that's 45. This is realistic value. If you drive it really carefully, you're going to get around 50 miles to the gallon, which equals to, I don't know, something like 5.3 maybe liters per 100 kilometer. But you know, it's 180 horsepower car. You know, if you want to save every bit of fuel, you shouldn't be buying this car. The one thing I wanted to say, you know, it's sometimes it doesn't happen all the time. It doesn't happen now, for instance, like when you have the car in idle and you look at the RPM, it kind of hunts for the stable reading. Like it only goes maybe 100 RPM up and down. It doesn't bother me, but you know, I want to be honest here, so I'm telling you about it. I spoke to the garage, and they told me that you know, I'm if I want to eliminate that, I'm looking for the set of injectors. I don't know. I'm not willing to do it, but you know, I want you to know about it. The next thing that I didn't show was oh, I think there's some mark on the mirror that I didn't show before, so it's here. And the NCT is still 2016, so there's another 18 months. The tax is what, another 5 months, and the tax is $390 for a year. I don't know, is there anything else I forgot? Oh yeah, now I had a problem with this boot. What actually happened, it's what's happening with lots of estates. You know, these hinges, they you know, the cables inside, they get worn, so I had to replace the wiring loom and fix it. And believe me or not, the BMW main dealer couldn't do the job, so I had to do it myself. When the wiring loom went, there's a small module inside, and it's responsible for the keys. So the keys wouldn't open and close the doors, so I had to buy that module as well and fix it. But that was 2 years ago, and